perfect start, but I hope and I wish that we can get some really exciting cricket to make up for it. As of now, it's not good news for Oman. 75 for 4, 13.1 overs gone.
Hit like a bullet by Zeeshan Maqsood down the ground. He's going to get it straight enough to get a boundary. He's been slow to start with. He often does this, particularly in more recent times, known as a pinch hitter early in his career. But he needs to catch up here. It's just 17 off 23, but a good shot. Dhakal's been treated harshly on his debut.
Yes, the captain needs to lead from the front, and that is exactly what he's doing. Good use of the feet and played it in the gap. He needs to play as long as possible for Oman to get to a respectable total.
Full toss, and that's going to be the first maximum, because that's going to fly miles into the deep. It's the larger side of the ground as well. And Sagar Dhakal, who had such an impressive Everest Premier League to get himself into international reckoning, 14 wickets for that young man in the Chitwan Tigers orange, but this time it's a full toss, a poor delivery, 6 to the total.
Yes, it was asking to be hit, and that's exactly what Zeeshan has done. Of course, it's his first game, Sagar, so it's a big learning for him as well. But that was a poor delivery and rightly punished by Zeeshan Maqsood. He wouldn't miss that. So finally, Oman is trying to get a move on. Zeeshan looking good, 23 of 24.
Oh, another full toss, and this time I think he was looking to hit it into the leg side, but Zeeshan Maqsood completely loses his shape. You see there Aasif Sheikh with the gloves. He's had a really good day. 3 catches already for him. Just going to run you through those dismissals. Abinash Bohara cleaned up Kashyap Prajapati with a full straight delivery, castling him before Jatinder Singh looked to pull Aarif Sheikh. We're going to see more runs into the leg side here. Good batting, manipulates the ball around behind him. Mohammad Nadeem, he'll get a boundary 4.
A premeditated shot, and that has worked in his favour. Wanted to play it square, and he saw that gap, made full use of it. So this is good batting from both these batters. Nadeem and Zeeshan are looking good, and they've finally managed to build a small but very important partnership here.
Hit into the sky. This could be a chance in the deep, and it's going to fall just short of Kamal Singh Airee. He's ended up almost wrong footing himself. So nearly a maiden wicket, and a bit of a calamity for Mohammad Nadeem, who's fallen quite awkwardly at the non-striker's end. Get to the end of the 14th over. It's 91 for 4.
Well, let's look at that. That was a good shot to start off with. And he was always looking at the ball, just hoping that the ball doesn't reach. Turning on his feet. I think his ankle is what the problem is.
It's either the ankle or the knee, but huge concern for Oman here. They were already shorn of Aqib Ilyas, and we wish Aqib very well on his recovery from that surgery that he's had. He's going to be out for about 6 months, and we know you'll be watching on, Aqib. We do wish you well, but real concern. He's the ageless man of Omani cricket, Mohammad Nadeem. It looked, as so often these injuries do, a little bit innocuous, didn't it? But let's take a look at the batting card if we can. I'm going to run you through those 4 dismissals that have been taken so far. Like I said, Abinash Bohara cleaned up Kashyap Prajapati with a full straight delivery after Jatinder Singh, and Prajapati had got Oman off to a good start. And then it was a really good catch from Aasif Sheikh. Good piece of captaincy as well by Sandeep. Lamichhane goes to his part-time medium pacer, and Aasif Sheikh had to run 15 to 20 yards over his left shoulder to take the catch of Jatinder Singh. And then a good wicket from Ayan Khan, getting extra bounce from Kamal Singh Airee. Looked for the cut shot, went through to Aasif Sheikh, and Shoaib Khan was dismissed by a good leg spinner from Sandeep Lamichhane. Lots of variations from Lamichhane. Is this a sign of how he's going to captain his Nepali side?
Well, yes, a lot of bowling changes, a lot of options, and I think it's a first game, so they want to try different options, see how their bowlers bowl. And what this does is that it gives Sandeep a chance to manipulate the bowling in the death. He's got options in the death, so he can choose which bowlers to bowl at the right time.
And the first 5 overs were delivered by 5 different bowlers, rotating them in very short, sharp 1-over spells. And then he went to Dipendra Singh Airee, who's been such a miss for Nepal over the last 6 months or so. Of course, missed the ODI Tri-Series here at this very venue. But the good news is Mohammad Nadeem somehow is back up. He's a real warrior. This veteran, one of the grand old men of Oman cricket. He's going to have to face up to Sandeep Lamichhane, who's still got 2 overs left. Fresh back from the Big Bash, 14 matches there for the Hobart Hurricanes, 14 wickets. He's a real star, and the globe trending, the globe setter, the jet star of Nepali cricket, Sandeep Lamichhane.
Oh yes, and he's been given the responsibility of leading this young side. So that is a different challenge altogether, which I'm sure he will be cherishing and enjoying. That gives him a different edge. Now he's got full control of the team, the young side, and it's on his able shoulders to take the team forward. In comes Sandeep. He's got some turn off the deck, which is a rare sight. You don't see a lot of turn, especially on the wickets here.
And he loves this venue. Loves it in a big way. 6-wicket haul in the ODI series here. His career best. That was against Papua New Guinea back in September. But for Nepal, it's been a long time to get back to T20 international cricket. They haven't played since that Tri-Series against the Netherlands and Malaysia back in Kathmandu. They were the champions of that, and of course it's a new era, because not just a new captain in Sandeep Lamichhane, but a new coach, a returning coach, the associate maestro, the master coach, Pabudu Dasanayake. And that's a huge boost, isn't it, for Nepali cricket, to get the man that they love so much back as their leader, as their head coach.
Oh yes, that will give them a lot of comfort. They'll be looking forward to that partnership between the coach and the skipper. So fresh beginnings for Nepal, and as of now it looks good. 4 wickets, Oman on the back foot.
Work behind square on the offside. No slip in place. Lamichhane did have a slip for his first couple of overs. We've seen from the T20 World Cup games here that par score tends to be in and around that sort of 160, 170 mark. Oman are going to need some late fireworks, but they do have batters to come.
Oh yes, and they've got a really dangerous batter in their lineup yet to come out, Naseem Khushi. He's a specialist when it comes to these kind of situations, and we've seen him do really well in the D20 that just was concluded a few days back.
Nice shot through the offside. Won't get to the boundary. Will just be a single. One of the issues for Oman here, though, is with Nadeem obviously carrying that injury. Zeeshan Maqsood is renowned as not being quick between the wickets. They're going to need boundaries. Won't be many doubles or trebles.
Oh yes, that is the need of the hour. At least a boundary from here on in every over will get them to a decent total, maybe 140, 145, 150. That'll give them something to fight.
And for Lamichhane, still young in his career in terms of his age, but so experienced, has travelled all the way around the world playing in so many of the franchise T20 leagues. What do you expect from him as a captain, a young captain?
Well, I think something that is important for him, and I'm sure he would be also wanting to do, is lead from the front. That is something that the young players will be looking forward to, looking up to Sandeep Lamichhane.
Come back to that thought, gets us to the end of the 15th. It's 98 for 4. So a good partnership is leading this recovery for Oman. It's a 5th wicket partnership between Zeeshan Maqsood and Mohammad Nadeem. We were just talking about the new Nepal captain, 21 years of age, Sandeep Lamichhane. That's quite unbelievable given how much cricket he's played in recent times and how long he seems to have been on the scene. His 116th T20 appearance today. And we've seen bowlers almost become a bit of a vogue. Pat Cummins, captain in Australia. It's great to see bowlers being given the leadership and the captain's hat.
That's right, yes. Not a very common sight to see a fast bowler, or a bowler in fact, becoming the captain of the side. The last you can think of is Mashraf Murtaza for Bangladesh, was a captain for a long time. But yeah, Pat Cummins, a brilliant new addition as a captain, and he's looking forward to taking the team to the next level.
Going to be Abinash Bohara back into the attack. A change of ends for him, coming now from the media centre end. Oh dear, and Mohammad Nadeem is in the wars. This is nasty. I think it's come off the top edge, and it's either into the throat or the neck or maybe the grill region. I do hope Nadeem's okay. You never like to see moments like this. Surprised not to see the physio come onto the pitch here.
Well, I think, yes, he's got a hurt onto his chest. Yes, that must have hurt, but I think he's having an off day. It's a comeback game for him, but not the best of comebacks so far. Yes, he's scoring runs, and he needs to stay there as long as possible for Oman to get to a decent total.
Always joke with Mohammad Nadeem every time I see him. He looks like he's getting younger. He's very much the Benjamin Button, isn't he, of this Omani side. 39 years young, but he's fitter and stronger than ever. Clocked it over 140 kilometres an hour recently in televised cricket. He's a real asset for this Oman side.
Oh, yes. An all-rounder that you would want to have in your side every time you go out to play. The first name that you would want to write in that playing 11 is Mohammad Nadeem, because he brings up so much value to the side. He's brilliant with the ball. He's very matured with the bat. So yes, definitely a great addition to Oman cricket.
What's a lovely shot through the offside, and he's going to get maximum reward. The cover fielder was actually quite square, probably should have been a bit straighter, and despite his diving attempts, Maqsood is going to bring the 100 up with a sparkling shot, the best of his innings so far.
Yes, now we're almost in the death overs, so I would expect the fielders to be on the circle and not inside trying to save those singles. Well, that was a good effort there, but not enough. You would want your fielders to be standing right outside the circle, and that is now what we can see. All the circles on the fielders are actually right on the circle.
Yeah, Abinash Bohara, very much known as a death specialist. He's lining up the 16th, 18th and 20th overs here. Usually hits the block hole really consistently. The Nepali fielding's been sharp today. It's been really good, and they've got two fielders, or two batters even, who are struggling between the wickets.
Oh, yes. Running between the wickets has not been the best, but it all boils down to how many runs you can score. That was a tight single taken. You're right about Bohara. He's brilliant with the Yorkers, but we haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, just that one dismissal early of Pradeep, where he got it very full and very straight, cleaned him up. And that's what he does so well. Gets it into the block hole. Work for Aarif, Sheikh in the deep, and they will come back for two. Maqsood will have to get the afterburners on. He does, and gets home for a couple. This has been a really good recovery, a great partnership, and Duleep Mendes and his side are very happy with it.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think this was the need of the hour for Oman, because they were tottering at one time. They lost 4 quick wickets. So right now this is a rebuilding phase for Oman, and this is a kind of a platform set for the other batters to come out and go all guns blazing.
Misses the block hole this time, and don't think it will be a second two. Just be a single to close out the 16th over. 4 to go in the first innings. It's 107 for 4.
Right, so 16 overs gone, Oman, 107 for 4. And I think this is the right time for someone like Naseem Khushi to come out and explode, because that is what he's tailor-made for. But as of now, I think this is a really good partnership between Zeeshan and Nadeem.
Yeah, the Nepal fans, wherever they go in the world, they're going to come in and support. 50% capacity allowed here at the Oman Cricket Academy with the current COVID-19 restrictions, and certainly nice to see a good dozen or so, a couple of dozen of Nepali fans coming in, making plenty of noise as they always do. They're going to want some wickets here. They're going to need a wicket, in fact, to try and restrict things. 4 overs remain. Will Oman maybe be thinking about north of 150, maybe even 160?
Oh yes, with these two batters, of course, that is definitely on the cards. And with Naseem Khushi yet to come, they would definitely fancy their chances of getting to that 150, 160 run mark.
Kamal Singh Airee back into the attack, replacing Sandeep Lamichhane. So Lamichhane may bowl the remaining over from the far end of the ground. That's the pavilion end. It's a wonderful facility here in Oman, and what a few weeks of cricket we have coming up. We've got not just this Wolf 77 News presents Oman T20 series, powered by Sky 24/7.net, but also the global qualifier. And these 4 sides will be joined by 4 more. That's Bahrain, the Philippines, Germany and Canada, where 8 sides will be playing out for just 2 spots in the big dance later in the year in Australia.
Oh yes, everything to play for. And it couldn't be any better. It couldn't get any bigger. 8 teams clashing against each other at the Oman Cricket Academy. A picturesque venue, and it's always a pleasure to be here. And when you have some good cricket to top it up, nothing gets better.
And a huge advantage for these 4 sides getting these prep games in. If you look at the T20I rankings, these 4 teams, they're very, very closely monitored. Nepal actually the highest ranked of the 4. They're in 12th place, Ireland 13th, UAE 15th and Oman 17th. Very hard to pick the winner of this series.
Oh yes, I think we are in for some high quality cricket. Nepal, Ireland, UAE, and as you rightly mentioned, it's all about getting into the groove for the big qualifiers. So no one is going to take this lightly.
Massive appeal. This is, I think, a little closer than you think at first. Zeeshan Maqsood is batting a long way outside his stumps, and they're going to get back for a second as well. Let's wait for the signal. Given his leg buys, how close was this?
Well, I think it was going down leg. Yes, he had a slight shuffle, but I think it was a good call from the umpire. And they've got 2 runs. Doesn't matter how they come. Nelson on board. 1-1 for 4.
Yeah, and the 50 partnerships come up between this pair. Rahul Asher and Akbar Ali, the 2 standing umpires today, deciding that one's going down leg. Vinod Babu, the 3rd umpire. Maqsood loves the leg side, but there's protection out there. 3 men in the deep on the leg side. Deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket and long on. And be interesting now, knowing that they have Naseem Khushi in next, will they just be throwing the bat at every single ball?
Oh yes, he's known for that. And more often than not, he connects it well. A good partnership here of 54 of just 43 deliveries. In the context of the game, I think this is brilliantly done by these 2 stalwarts of Oman cricket. Meanwhile, that will have to be bowled again. He will have to reload that. But overall, I think this is a good comeback from both these batters.
Yeah, really good partnership. A 5th wicket partnership now worth 55. It's come in reasonably good time as well. Strike rate up over 120. Kamal Singh Aaree looking for the wide Yorker, looking for that wide line, the blue guideline outside the off stump, but just being a bit errant trying to find it. I think that's going to be another wide, and you have to be so accurate, don't you, as a bowler at the death?
Oh yes, consistency, and you need to make sure that you're bowling in the right areas. As of now, that plan is not working in their favour. Aaree is trying to go and bowl on that blue marker, but he's not been able to get that line right. Maybe try the Yorker on the stumps. That's a much better idea, much better plan. Let's see if he changes it.
Picked up into the leg side, isn't going to get maximum reward, but good use of the wrists to manipulate it to where he wanted. Kamal Singh Aaree, another one of those young bowlers who's shone through that Everest Premier League. 12 wickets for him and just 7 appearances for the Chitwan Tigers. Himself and Sagar Dhakal both reaping the benefit of that league and coming into Nepal reckoning.
Of course, these leagues are a stepping stone towards the national side, and we've seen a few Omani players also coming up the ranks through the domestic format.
So that's going to get us to the end of the 17th over. We'll have a change in the commentary box. Oman have recovered really well. The score is 116 for 4.
18 deliveries left in this essay. Quick reminder to all, our broadcasters and streaming partners are there for everybody to see. In India, Pakistan, USA, Nepal and Middle East, you have our broadcast on Eurosports, Geo Super, NXT Level, Himalaya TV and Dubai Sports. And our streaming partners, in India it's Fan Code and Nepal it's OSR Sports. In YouTube, you're back live. And both these batsmen, Zeeshan, Maqsood and Mohammad Nadeem, have done the repair work, the resurrection, and now the counter-attack. In the box giving me company is Neil Oja.
Thank you so much, Mikhail. At the beginning, Oman definitely looked like they were in some sort of trouble. But these two experienced lads ensuring that they've got sufficient number of runs in the board. Because it's a shorter format. There has to be just one batter who just sticks around and says, it's my day. I'm going to see through this. And Zeeshan Maqsood, more often than not, plays that role.
Oh yes, he's done a fine job as captain. He's absorbed pressure. Abinash Bohara. Again, those low full tosses, those deep down full tosses, always very difficult to negate. And it's been the high point of Nepal today. The discipline in the field has been something that everybody has made note of.
Absolutely, childlike exuberance. For every single ball that's gone in the outfield, literally everyone has come through, picked up the ball clean, thrown it. There's good backup if the need be. It's just been phenomenal. It's really...
Absolutely, Neil. But this partnership clearly has helped Oman just find some meaning in their batting. Again, this time he gets underneath that one, has got the toe end of the bat, and it's been put down as well. That was a simple, straightforward catch that should have been taken. Aarif Sheikh at long on. How big an opportunity has been grasped needs to be seen.
We just spoke about how good they were in the field. I want to call it the commentator's curse? Say it. But this was absolutely schoolboy level catches. You don't even get these catches as simple as these in catching practices.
Oh, this is just trying to be a little cheeky. There's no pace on the ball. You keep seeing Abinash taking the pace off it, rolling his fingers. And this accounts for Mohammad Nadeem's wicket as he departs. Once again, trying to be a little adventurous. And it keeps taking us back to that one dismissal that we know in world cricket that gave Indian cricket a lot of joy, Neil.
Well, yes, when you can play straight, why go for the reverse V? But then, well, I mean, shorter formats have brought in so much unorthodox shots into play. When they come out really well, it looks beautiful. One would have been appreciating this man. But then, not this time, Mohammad Nadeem doing really, really well. This time supporting his skipper.
And what a time for this man to walk into the middle. He's not new to such situations. Perfectly set up. He needs now 15 to 20 deliveries and he can cause havoc in the middle. Naseem Khushi, he carries a reputation of bludgeoning the ball. And what a towering personality he can be in the middle if he gets going.
Well, rightly said there, Mikhail. He's got the platform set. 119 for 5. 14 deliveries to go. Which means he has a license to thrill. And if he's able to do that, 150 definitely probably around the corner.
Oh, what a delivery that by Abinash Bohara. Bringing in all his experience. He's the death bowler. He's given away 18 runs, taken 2 wickets. And that first up delivery, just a reminder. We'll take a look at the wicket of Mohammad Nadeem as well. Didn't quite get pace on that. And it was a simple, straightforward catch at short third man. But he played his part, 31 and 29. Stitched a 50-run partnership with his captain in the middle.
Last delivery of this over. Again a slower one, but this time wide and will be taken. 2 for him in this over. And the big man, the man who everyone thought would be bringing in some fireworks, departs without bothering the scorers.
Abinash Bohara, let me tell you, he may come out and bowl those dibbly-dobbly, gentle medium pacers, but he's a thinking bowler. And to see the back of Naseem Khushi first up, I'll tell you what, Nepal cricket has done some good bowling this afternoon. I've just liked the intent with which they walked in. Another very ordinary shot playing into the hands of the Nepal fielders as Naseem Khushi departs without troubling the scorers. And once again, it's problems plenty for Oman. He goes for a duck. It's 119 for 6 after 18.
2 overs to go. Skipper Zeeshan Maqsood has been toiling. Will get a single on this occasion.
Khurram Khan has walked into bat, was a prolific run scorer in the recently concluded Oman T20 as well. He was the lone centurion in this tournament. He scored a century, but he scored a century opening the innings there for his league side, Darse Titans. He's considered a finisher, a strike rate of 116, a 50 to him as well. Decent experience, but let me tell you, he can hit the ball hard and long as well.
You were here for the D20 series over here, Mikhail. I'm sure that you would have seen a lot of these cricketers coming through from the domestic sides to the international side. Did you spot some exceptional talent there?
Once again, that was Kamal Singh Airee taking the pace off it. More often than not on the surface, you tend to realize if you take the pace off it, it could just become a little difficult for the batsman to negotiate it. Just coming back to the Oman D20 and the question you asked, Neil, quite a few players. Kashyap Prajapati was a standout performer opening the innings. Shoaib Khan as well stood out. Did see a lot of young talent coming to the fore, much like the Everest Premier League in Nepal as well, where we got to see a microscopic view of Nepal's cricket talent as well.
Meanwhile, a full toss. The umpire signalled no ball. Interesting turn of events. And it's going to be Zeeshan Maqsood, in fact, on strike to take the free hit. Now, this is where the inexperience comes into play. Need to keep your cool. Got the game under your control. Just stick around. Just see through the next 10 deliveries. That's what Nepal has to do. Meanwhile, the free hit delivery.
Goes big this time. Does not quite connect it. Good effort there once again. That was Bibek Kumar Yadav. If I'm not wrong, he's making his debut as well today. And just coming back to Kamal Singh Airee. It's just his third T20. Very early days for him in Nepal cricket. But a man who's shown a lot of promise. Once again, this effort. It was a free hit on offer.
Well, yes, you need to have the kind of temperament to bowl that free hit. Low full toss yet again, and this time, just get a single. What they're doing is they're not bowling in the arc of the batter. They're trying to bowl away from them, trying that wide line Yorkers. Even if you're missing it, you're still not having that enough width or the pace to go and hit through the line. So I think that this is some really good quality bowling coming through from Nepal.
Oh yes, Neil, good observation there. Low full tosses. And even if you stray in line sometime, it's very difficult to get rid of. This time he picks it up, plays it towards square leg for another single. Kamal Singh Airee has done a remarkable job, let me tell you. He took as many as 12 wickets in the 7 matches in the EPL. He was the second highest wicket taker. And he was the player of the match in the final 2. That's Kamal Singh Airee. Very, very nice young bowler. Khurram Khan. Not much time to settle in. He has 7 deliveries. How far can he take his team?
Again, a wideish Yorker. Now, I wonder if Khurram Khan has been sent in as a finisher, someone who can go in and just score quick runs. Meanwhile, we'll come and talk about that. 19 overs gone. It's 126 for 6 for Oman. $19 overs gone, 126 for 6. One last over. It's going to be Abinash. Picked up 3 wickets, 18 runs. Yorkerland delivery this time again, and single will come through. What's been the highlight of Abinash's spell is the slower one. This wicket is a nice hard deck. If you bowl at your regular pace, the ball will come onto the bat very nicely. You take the pace off, and you're making it troublesome for the batter.
Absolutely. You've got to mix it up. You've got to keep creating doubt in the batsman's mind, and that's what Abinash has done successfully. I've liked the body language of Nepal cricketers today. They've looked high on energy intensity. Just make some room for himself, plays it towards covers for a single. Again, that block hole delivery underneath the bat. This is very good cricket. They've kept things tight right from the start. That's why Oman, at the toss, Maqsood did mention that they were looking at something close to 150, 160. I feel Sandeep Lamichhane will be happy with the scorecard at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing, there are no demons in the wicket whatsoever. This wicket is a nice, good wicket. 150 definitely on the cards. But the way Nepal has bowled, full marks to them. Meanwhile, flat batted this, a couple of runs.
Yes, and the way they fielded as well, but for that one blip towards long on some time back by Aarif Sheikh. Otherwise, they're fielding as well. They've grabbed all the chances and opportunities.
You're right. But I don't think Zeeshan has done much after that drop. In fact, the very next delivery, there was a wicket. Leading edge. This time, there'll be no fielder to stop that. Will race away towards the fence. That's a 4.
Oh yes, once again, just being a little cheeky. 2 dismissals went in that manner. But Zeeshan Maqsood said, I will continue to do what I think is best for the team at the moment. Just try to play a little bit of a scoop over there. Gets a outside edge, or rather top edge, and goes towards a fine leg for a 4. Much needed 4 runs here for Oman.
Well, yes, with the fine leg fielder and the third man fielder inside the 30-yard circle, all you need to do is just get the ball over them. Zeeshan managed to. This time I wanted to hoik it. Now see, this is what is happening. You're mixing the deliveries up. No chance for Zeeshan to hit that one.
Oh yes, and particularly for Abinash Bohara, who's relying heavily on his off-cutters. A left-hander in the middle will always be a great opportunity as well for him. All right, the final delivery. Can he have a photo finish to this with a big hit? Oman, put into bat, have managed, or rather crawled to this total. But it's been a disciplined bowling and fielding effort so far. And that man in your frame, Abinash Bohara, another top over for him.
One last delivery. Straight down the ground. They might just go for the second. No chance for that. No chance for that. Great fielding coming through. 20 overs gone. Oman have mustered 135 for 6. What looked like a subdued start. In the middle, a good partnership coming in between Nadeem and Zeeshan that enabled them to get through 135 with Zeeshan Maqsood staying not around 43.
Oh yes, and the body language of the Nepal cricketers suggests that they're very happy with this fielding and bowling effort of theirs. They go back to the dugout thinking they've done a good job, and now they've also created a winning opportunity for them. Oman will feel a little left out. That's because the pitch was playing good. It's just that early wickets put them into some kind of a rut from which they really could not come out of. And that's Zeeshan Maqsood, the lone man standing. We do have a lot of crowd coming in as the day is progressing. But at the moment, the writing is on the wall. Nepal have put up a phenomenal performance with ball. And they will be coming in some time from now for the chase as well. But we'll just take a look at how things panned out as well. Batting first for Oman.
Well, let's put into bat. Kashyap Pathak and Jatinder Singh opened the innings. Both got into double figures but couldn't convert the starts they got. Kashyap 11, 13 for Jatinder. Shoaib Khan and Ayan Khan again similar scores, 11 each. Now there comes the middle order. Zeeshan Maqsood, the skipper, the also experienced Zeeshan, 43 of 41, stayed not out till the end. Nadeem gave him a handsome company, 31 for him. Naseem, trying to be cheeky, got out. Lots of expectations on his shoulder, didn't deliver. Khurram coming at the fag end of the innings, 6 of 7 for him. 9 extras, ensuring that Oman reached 135.
Right, the pick of the bowlers here for Nepal. Abinash Bohara, 3 for 26 for him. Captain Lamichhane not bowling his full quota of 4 overs. He looked impressive as well, 1 for 17. Kamal Singh Airee, 1 for 25, an economy of 6.25. Sagar Dhakal in his first outing, touch expensive. He's learning, early days for him. And Aarif Sheikh and Dipendra Airee as well. 21 runs in his 4 overs, an economy of 5.25. This bowling card will serve as inspiration when they come out to bat because they've all gone out there and done the job for their captain. They've bowled well, the fielders back their bowlers as well, and they put in a top performance in the field. And this means that when Nepal come out to bat, they will need 136 runs to win in their 20 overs.
Welcome back. This is Wolf 777 News presents Oman T20 International Series powered by Sky247.net. The first game, Oman versus Nepal. We are coming live from Oman Cricket Academy, and the first innings is already underway. We are ready for the run chase. Oman will be defending those 136 runs. Nepal will be trying to chase that and give an upset here because Nepal have done really well for themselves in the first innings. The two openers walking out in the middle, as you can see on your screens right now. And my partner in crime today is Pranav Mehta in the comm box. Pranav, welcome.
Thank you very much, Shoaib. How do you think has Oman done in the first innings? Thank you very much, Shoaib. How do you think Oman has done in the first innings? Probably 20-25 runs short.
Oh yes, absolutely. You can see that on the scorecard. Kashyap and Jatinder giving them a decent start. 11 of 11, 13 of 8 for Jatinder. But then they kept losing wickets in clusters. The first top four batters were back in the hut before you could even realize what was going on. And then came Zeeshan and Naseem, built a small partnership and managed to get to those 135 odd runs.
Abinash, Bohara being the pick of the bowlers. 4 overs, 3 for 26. Aarif, Sheikh, Kamal, Airee, Sandeep, Lamichhane picking 1 apiece. 135, probably 20-25 runs short from what they would be looking at. Brilliant batting track.
Oh yes, like our co-commentators Neil and Mikhail also mentioned that this is a very good batting wicket. It's not as if you have any demons on the wicket. So if you bat with a little bit of discipline, a little bit of intent, a little bit of aggression, you will be able to chase this total down. And speaking about aggression, this man, Pradeep Airee, he is an aggressive opener. 12 matches, 87 runs for him. A strike rate of 93. He would want to improve that, especially in the first 6 overs.
Let's look at this man. He's been holding the Oman flag high for a very long time. Left arm pacer, Bilal Khan. It is so important that he starts well. 38 matches, 56 wickets for him.
Oh yes, and starts off with a good ball outside off. Almost a Yorker. So a good start. And Oman will want to take wickets in the first 6 overs, Pranav, in order to put pressure on Nepal.
Oman has defended a lot of these 130, 140 scores of lately. They have been one of the highlight T20 sides around the associate nations. And all of that is on the back of Bilal Khan and Kalimullah. When they pick wickets early in the innings, Oman looks like a very, very, very difficult side to beat. They have a brilliant spin attack, but the wickets, early wickets is what matters for Oman.
Oh yes, absolutely. Early wickets in the first 6 overs, and no one better than Bilal, who's started off well. He's nicely warmed up. We saw him warming up before the match started, before the innings started. So yes, he is bowling with some real pace. Just needs to make sure he bowls it in the right areas. A slip in place, a gully and a point on the offside, along with a cover and a mid-off fielder.
Expect a quick in-swinger from Bilal Khan coming in very, very soon.
Oh yes, this one was a ball on the pads, and I think it has been called a no ball. Yes, it has been called a no ball. So that means it is going to be a free hit. Rahul Ashar, the umpire.
Rahul Ashar did very well in the recently concluded ICC Under-19 events. It's a free hit signaled by Rahul Ashar. Front foot no ball. Oh, close one there. Probably a little harsh.
Well, definitely a no ball has been signaled by the umpire, so we'll take that and move on. But I think it's a good opportunity for Aasif to free his arms. It's his first ball. Where would he be targeting? Of course, his reputation precedes him. The third man fielder coming in, and the long on fielder has gone to the boundary ropes. So a field change for the new man, Aasif. Here we go, Bilal Khan starts off with a good ball, but even better shot there from the bat of Aasif. Nicely played, waited for it, and then played it up and over. Well done, good start.
What a shot is that by Aasif. Opening up his legs, playing it right over the cover fielder. A couple of bounce into the boundary. Making room. Yes, it was a free hit, but it still had to be put away.
Oh yes, a good start. Very good start for Aasif. Again, one of the players who have a reputation of being an explosive batter. Has been doing really well for Nepal. Right at the top. So yes, another exciting prospect, another promising talent on your screens right now. This is a much better delivery on the right length. And when he bowls these lengths, Pranav, he is a very difficult bowler to score runs off.
He's a very attacking bowler for Oman. He is a very thinking bowler as well. The plans are very well defined for Bilal Khan. Oman does realize that Bilal Khan is one of the lead bowlers for Oman. And he has to pick up those early wickets.
Yes, look at that field placement on the circle. Everybody is inside. That's good news. That's attacking intent from Oman. They're looking for wickets. Oh, that is a good ball. A peach of a delivery. Beaten all ends up is Aasif. And that will give a lot of confidence to Bilal.
What a ball was that from Bilal. Angling it away from the right-hander. Good bit of bounce. It's a very good sporting wicket so far.
Oh yes, good carry, good bounce. If you bowl in the right areas though. And that is exactly what Bilal Khan is striving to do. Last ball of the over coming up. Again, that offside channel, outside off is always a good idea. Good ball to end the over. First over is up. Nepal are 6 without loss.
Kalimullah is into the attack. Definitely.
Well, first over is done and dusted. Nepal have started off decently well, I would say. 6 on the board without losing a wicket. And Kalimullah has been brought from the other end. It's actually from the near end for us. Combox end. 11 matches, 7 wickets for Kalimullah. An economy of 7.3. Needs to get more wickets.
Kalimullah is a kind of bowler who likes to swing it away from the batsman generally. That's the reason there's a slip in place.
Yes, and he started off well, outside off at the right length. Not on the front foot, not on the back foot, Pradeep, Airee. So yes, they need to take wickets. They need to try and plan to take wickets, Oman, because if they want to win this game, the only way they can do that is by bowling 10 such deliveries, 10 wicket-taking deliveries. Get them all out. Otherwise, Nepal is going to chase this total down.
Once again, angling it away, looking for a quick single there. Direct hit would make it very, very interesting.
That is a very, very risky run. You don't do that when you have somebody like Ayan on the point region. He's very good, very quick in that point region. And of course, he's a left-handed fielder as well. So that was on his strong side. Look at that. Good effort there.
Touch and go there, touch and go. Would have been very, very close. Nepal doesn't need to do anything stupid here. 135 should be an easy chase on a beautiful batting track if they just get their basics right. But to stop them from doing that is Kalimullah, the tall, lanky bowler from Oman. Does move the ball late.
Oh, that's a good length again. This is good bowling, and I say that because it was like a test match length where the ball is just rising up to you. That is the length you would want to bowl in any format, and that is Kalimullah's strength as well. He likes to bowl in that area. Look at that. Nicely bowled, and then that quick run taken. So Nepal would want to try and attack here, Pranav, especially in the first 6 overs, because they don't want to keep a lot of things at the end. They want to make sure that they are on the run rate at least in the first 6-7 overs.
Surely, if they can get to somewhere around 40, 45, probably a little more than 45 in the first 6 over, that would make things slightly more easier.
Oh yes, the idea is to take wickets, but right now it's Kalimullah, number 22. The field looks good. And now the slip comes off. So yes, some extra padding there on the onside, just to cover that mid-wicket region, not allow any easy singles or boundaries to come through that area.
Despite of the free hit on the first over, Oman has been able to keep Nepal quiet.
That's another good ball, and this time he gets a direct hit. No, it hits the batsman. 1.4 overs. Nepal are yet to get a boundary. Just one that came. But other than that, they haven't looked like they want to attack. They're happy to take those singles, Pranav.
Probably looking to take the game in deep. Stamp the authority on this quadrangular series between 4 champion sides. Prove a statement.
Yes, and Oman is not going to let them off the hook so easily. They are going to give their best. They're going to fight till the last run. That's what they're known for. This time a big hit coming in from Aasif. He's played that with intent towards the mid-wicket region, but does not have the timing. Will get a couple of runs, but again, that intent shown from Aasif. He wants to take on the opposition. 2 overs gone. Nepal 11 for no loss.
Bilal Khan is back into the attack. A lot of people here, a lot of supporters for Nepal. You see a couple of flags flying high.
Short ball from Bilal, just clears the fielder, but won't go all the way. This is again good bowling from Bilal. Surprised Pradeep. He was not anticipating that ball. But they'll get a couple of runs.
If you notice, Shoaib, Bilal Khan does not have a very big jump in the bowling stride. And as a result, his bounces are very, very nippy.
Oh yes, that one was a lethal bouncer. Directed at the batsman Pradeep Aaree. Lucky that the ball did not land in the hands of Kalimullah, the big hands of Kalimullah, just clearing him by a few yards. Oh, another good ball. This time takes the edge. There is protection in the deep, so will just be a single. 2.2 overs, 13 without loss, Nepal.
Bilal is asking a few difficult questions here to Pradeep.
Yes, broadcasters and streaming partners. Eurosports in India, Jio Super in Pakistan, Next Level in US, Himalaya TV in Nepal, and Dubai Sports in the Middle East. Our streaming partners, Fancode and YouTube Sports in Nepal. In the rest of the world, it's YouTube, CricTracker, Facebook, and My Sports Eye.
Looking to keep it simple there, Pradeep. A single to third man.
Well, we've seen some intent from Aasif, whatever we've seen so far, whatever little we've seen so far. But we haven't seen that from Pradeep. So Pradeep has come out with a plan that he will hold that end up, will take those singles and doubles and rotate strike. But Aasif is the man who is trying to take on the opposition.
It would be very, very interesting if you were trying to attack Bilal Khan, because that is what he wants the batsman to do. He wants the batsman to go after him. That is when he fancies himself to pick his wicket up.
This time he goes big. Aasif Hasn't timed it too well and will go almost towards the boundary. Khurram Khan, the fielder, will stop that from going all the way. But again, we're talking about intent. I think Aasif's last name is Aasif Intent.
Aasif has played a couple of shots. In the last over, he went after Kalimullah, not connecting it well. Again, not connecting it well to Bilal Khan. But I'm sure he's looking to go after them, prove a point to the young Sandeep Lamichhane. You are trusting me, I'm going to deliver.
Oh, this is a much better ball and equally well played. So that is another good aspect of Aasif. He's not going after every delivery. He's waiting for the balls that are in his strong zone and then going for the shots. And you have to, Pranav, of course, because this is the 6 overs of power play that you're playing in. You need to make sure that you make full use of those power plays and try to hit a few shots in the air, clear the fielders and get some boundaries. Beautiful scenes here at Oman Cricket Academy. It's always a pleasure to be back here and calling the game.
Amazing mountainous regions all around the ground.
This time he takes the aerial route. This time he connects it pretty well and he will get 4 runs for that shot. So Aasif is looking dangerous and he is taking a liking towards Bilal.
What I like about Aasif is that he's very courageous.
Oh yes, he is very courageous and that is a courageous shot. Gets 4 runs to end the over. 3 overs gone, Nepal 20 without loss.
A wonderful scenic ground of the Oman Cricket Academy. This is the live match between Oman and Nepal. Oman is well poised at 20 for no loss in 3 overs. Kalimullah will continue to bowl a second over.
Oh, that's again a good ball. Getting some extra bounce off the deck. Kalimullah, he's a tall bowler, so when he bowls and releases from a high release point, he manages to get some extra bounce from the wicket, get some extra purchase from the deck as well. Just a run added to the total. But Nepal look good. They look like they would want to chase this total down. And they haven't lost a wicket, so that's a big plus.
Oman wouldn't mind the start Nepal has so far. They would like to keep Nepal quiet though till the 6th over, where they bring in their spinners. This is a catching opportunity. Ayan Khan it is. Or Shoaib Ahmed it is.
Well, it is a wicket. Nevertheless, Kalimullah strikes and Aasif, the danger man, playing one shot too many, has perished. There was a fielder specifically for that shot. And that was a good trap from Kalimullah. Bowled in shot and a good catch taken in the deep by Shoaib.
What a catch was that from Shoaib. He was placed there exactly for this kind of shot.
So the first wicket down and Oman feel that they are in the game. Nepal lose Aasif Sheikh scoring 14 of 11. Nepal 21 for 1. So the first wicket down for Nepal. It is Aasif Sheikh who was looking dangerous, who's walked back. And the new man in is Gyanendra.
Gyanendra Malla, the ex-captain of the Nepali team, 29 matches, a very experienced 673, a strike rate of whopping 126 plus.
Kalimullah starts off well. Again, that length, that is his speciality. Kalimullah is so dangerous when he's in his rhythm. And he's been successful today as well. He's got that wicket of Aasif Sheikh. Look at that stat. 1.3 overs, given away just 4 runs and taken a wicket.
He's an ideal test match bowler to have in your side. He bowls those difficult areas where the questions can be asked to batsmen in form batsmen.
This time he strays down the leg side. We'll have to bowl that again. Akbar Ali, the umpire, signals it as a wide. Akbar Ali, one of the renowned umpires coming in from UAE.
Just when we were appreciating Kalimullah, he bowls one down the leg.
Well, hasn't that been a story, Pranav? Kalimullah will reload that again. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Appeal, big appeal. Looking at the umpire, but quickly realizing that Akbar Ali is not going to fall for it. But that was a good ball.
What a start has this been by the Omani bowlers. What a ball. Cutting the batsman into two. Between the bat and the pad. All the way to Naseem Khushi.
Yes, this has been a successful over for Oman. Nepal will have to rebuild with Pradeep, Airee and Gyanendra. Again, he's a senior campaigner. Gyanendra. Malla. This time he comes across the line looking to play that off his pads. But a good ball and a good successful over. 4 overs gone. Nepal 22 for 1. Or in fact, there's 1 ball left. Apologies.
Pradeep recently has been trying to look to manufacture a shot here. He's trying to create something out of nothing. Probably needs a boundary here to calm his nerves.
Oh yes, he's off to a slow start, Pradeep. Edged and gone. That's a wicket-taking ball in any format of the game, whether it be Test, One Days or T20s. If you bowl that length, you will be rewarded. And Kalimullah does that pretty well for himself. Second wicket down for Nepal.
What a ball was that from Kalimullah. Slightly moving away from the batsman, and everything else is done by Mohammad Naseem Khushi at the wicket-keeping classics.
Look at that. Just taking that faintest of edges off the bat. Slight movement off the deck. Kalimullah is celebrating, and why not? A double wicket over comes to an end. 4 overs gone. Nepal in some trouble. Pradeep Airee walking off 4 of 14. Nepal 22 for 2. So 4 overs gone, Pranav, 22 for 2 Nepal. On 21 they were without loss. 22 for 2. What a turn of events.
This is what Oman is known for, or this is what they have done over the past few years, picking up wickets at crucial times. It is so important to pick wickets in T20 formats. Slows the batting side down.
Of course, the only way to win this game is going to be by taking wickets. 4 overs gone and we see a bowling change. Mohammad Nadeem has been brought into the attack. Again, an all-rounder.
He's been so important for the Oman national cricket team. He missed the recently concluded 50-over tournament between Oman and UAE, a 3-match series.
$22 for 2 and again, it's been a good start for Oman. We thought that for a moment Aasif Sheikh is going to take the game away from Oman. But in comes Kalimullah, who has different plans altogether. And in that 1 over, gets 2 important wickets. Dipendra Airee, the new man in, 23 matches, 477 runs at a strike rate of 126.
Mohammad Nadeem is such a crucial part of this Omani side. Beautifully struck through the cover region for a boundary. What a way to get off the mark. First ball boundary for Dipendra Airee.
Well, that was absolutely slapped from Dipendra. It was outside off, short and wide, asking to be hit. And he's played that along the ground. Now, that is something that is really good. He did not try to play that in the air. He played it along the ground and also managed to get a gap between those two fielders. Gets a 4. Starts off well, Dipendra.
Probably still not back in his full rhythm, Mohammad Nadeem. He's a very, very quick bowler.
This time he goes fuller. Tries to target the stumps. That's a much better line and length to be bowling.
He keeps it very tight and very quiet very often. Him and Kalimullah are the main duos of this Oman bowling lineup, which makes sure that the run rate is made to be struggled on by the opposition.
Yes. I think it looks like Mohammad Nadeem is not 100% fit. He's back in the game. He's playing today, but he doesn't look at his absolute best when it comes to his fitness.
Let's not forget the injury which he suffered in the first innings.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But he bowls this one where he's supposed to bowl just outside off, gets the edge as well. The ball trickles away for a single towards third man. So 4.4 overs, Nepal 28 for 2. And Nadeem has started off well.
A well-balanced game at this point of time. What do you think, Shoaib?
Oh, yes, I think Oman will feel that they have their advantage in their favour because they've got 2 important wickets. And the score on the board is just 28. 1 more over of power play to go after this one. Depends how Nadeem finishes off this over. Short ball pulled, but there is protection in the deep. Ayan Khan will stop that.
Just like Mohammad Nadeem, Gyanendra, Malla, the ex-captain of Nepal, how important is he for the Nepali batting lineup? He's played for a very long time, scored a huge number of runs.
Oh yes, he's the ex-captain, of course. He has the experience that is needed at the highest level. And today, more than ever, he needs to come to the fore. Make sure that he gets his team home.
A leading edge there and a quick single could have been very, very dangerous. Closing the bat a little too early.
Oh yes, that's the end of over number 5. Nepal are 30 for 2, and with that there's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Andrew alongside Niloja.
Thank you, lads. That's the stunning scene here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Day number 1 of the Wolf 77 News presents Oman T20 series, powered by Sky 24/7 Net. I'm delighted to have Neil coming and joining me. The game interestingly poised, 30 for 2 after 5, the final over the power play. And big Kalimullah has been hugely impressive.
Oh, well, absolutely. The lines that he was bowling absolutely troubled the batters. Picked up a couple of wickets. He's big, and his celebration is unique. 30 for 2 Nepal in 5.1. Dipendra 6 of 5. Gyanendra 2 of 2. Kalimullah.
Loves an appeal as well, doesn't he, Kalimullah? Goes up for everything. But for this young Nepal side, they've gone back with a bit of experience and a big boost to get Dipendra Singh Airee back into their team. He'll be a linchpin at number 4. Former captain at number 3, Gyanendra Malla. But the return of Pradeep Airee, who had a great Everest Premier League, didn't go so well.
Well, yes, but then again, as you rightly mentioned, You've got some experienced lads in the center. You can always play around them. And that's what these youngsters will do. They've got a fantastic platform and brilliant opportunity before the qualifiers come through to come play, experience.
Dipendra Singh Aaree in particular adds a huge amount coming back into this side. Was out for about 6 months, missed all of the Cricket World Cup League 2 series here due to an injury just in advance of the start of that, but comes back into the reckoning after a very strong Prime Minister's Cup where he was excellent for the Police Club 250s. And the way he scores his runs, he scores them very quickly. He's quick between the wickets, strong on the cut and the pull.
We are yet to see those shots here. Early in his innings, Dipendra 7 of 6. Want to play that long haul. Meanwhile, somehow manages to get this one.
And I wonder, are we getting a sense of maybe what's to come, not just for this quadrangular series, but also the T20 World Cup qualifier to follow? Very tense, very nervy cricket. These sides are going to be pretty evenly matched. We're seeing the 2 wickets here. The first one nicely picked up in the deep, a good catch, and the second one a very good grab across to his right. But that's a lovely length, Mulla's natural one.
Well, yes, the first wicket definitely a planned one, and plays that fielder at the mid-wicket region just for that shot. Mulla just slightly back of the length.
Mix up, could be a chance at the non-strikers end. Direct hit would have been out by a long way. And the backward point fielder, I think it might be Shoaib Khan, has ended up picking up, and he's in between. He's neither tried to shy at the stumps nor thrown it over the top. No one could get back. Kaurali thinks maybe he could have got across from the cover region. Direct hit definitely would have been out here.
Well, yes, you're right. He was confused. He didn't know where to throw at. But then that definitely could have been a very big chance. And that would have dented Nepal's progress in this game. 33 for 2.
Kaurali was actually at mid-off, and he was just wondering, could he have got up in time to get to the stumps? Problem with Dipendra Singh Aaree, he's so quick between the wickets. He'll often look for singles that won't be there for other batters. Get to the end of the power play. 6 overs gone. It's 33 for 2.
.33 for 2 after 6. The power play overs completed. Nepal started with Pradeep and Aasif Sheikh. Pradeep 4 of 14. Aasif got a start, but Mulla right at the top of it. 14 of 11.
And the fourth bowler is going to come into the attack. It'll be the skipper for a sign of spin. And Zeeshan Maqsood, he'll bowl his left arm spinners. For Nepal, the squad they've gone with, and it's extended one for both this quadrangular and the qualifier to come, but they're kind of mixing up all of their young options alongside the experience. Like I said, Pradeep Aaree back into the reckoning after 3 or 4 years out of the team. Gyanendra Malla retains his place, and then Sharad Vesawkar back into the T20 side. Didn't play that quadrangular series last year under the stewardship of Dav Watmore, but with Pabudu Dasanayaka coming back as head coach, he wants a couple of those experienced heads around his squad, and then they're being joined by the youth. Bibek Yadav, just 18 years of age. We might see him in next at number 5, and then Vesawkar at 6.
That's right, a good mix of experienced and young talent on this side of Nepal. Meanwhile, Zeeshan Maqsood, the skipper, takes up the challenge. In this wicket we've seen, the slower you bowl, the better your opportunity to get a wicket or two.
And there usually is some assistance for the spinners, and certainly Maqsood, who plays so much of his cricket here at the academy, he's very well versed, one of the leading wicket takers in the ODI format for Oman, but he's equally as effective in the shortest format. He's an out and out all-rounder these days, bat and ball equally.
That's right, an absolute backbone of this Oman side. Soft hands, dot ball.
For Oman, how much of a miss is Aqib Ilyas?
Well, I think they would, and especially in this shorter format. He as per the reports, would be out for another 6 months at least, if not more. But the flamboyance that he brings on in any side, Aqib, would definitely be missed by this side.
Yeah, and it's necessitated a change at the top of the order for Oman. Obviously, Ilyas opened in all 3 of those T20 World Cup games. They were hosted on this very ground where Oman missed out. They lost that crucial final group game to Scotland. Lost it pretty comfortably, actually. They hammered Papua New Guinea in their first game. Couldn't quite get over the line against Bangladesh in game 2, coming up short by 26 runs before losing to Scotland in the winner-takes-all clash as it was.
Meanwhile, single there. Now they're taking the singles very, very comfortably, farming the strike, ensuring that the scoreboard's kept busy. But then, at some point in time, they will have to look for those big shots. But I think right now what Dipendra and Gyanendra are doing is very, very sensible.
Yeah, tight start from Maqsood. 4 runs from it, 7 gone. Score is 37 for 2. I think what Nepal will be looking to do as well is just to keep that required run rate in check. It is a low total they're chasing. They need 99 more runs from here, but it's just creeping up towards 8 and over. 7.6 the required run rate right now. When will they look to start to utilise their boundary options?
Well, I think they would want to continue like this for the next couple of overs at least. Ensure that they're getting those singles and doubles in place. Once you clear the 9-10 over mark, haven't lost a wicket or 2, then look for those looseners and get the run rate in check.
There he is, smiling as always. Pabudu Dasanayak on the right of your frame as he was there. Great to see him back with the flag of Nepal on his chest. Did a magnificent job, led Nepal to the first and only appearance they've had at a World Cup. And he'd be looking to repeat the dose. He gets a chance very early in his stewardship. So going to be spin from both ends. The left arm spin of Ayan Khan, a very different bowler to Zeeshan Maqsood, and a great diving stop saves a single at cover.
That's right, this youngster, absolutely talented. And look at this effort there by Zeeshan. He's definitely not getting younger by the day, but his fielding says something else altogether.
Yeah, he's still athletic in the field. Don't be fooled by his short in stature appearance. He's very good, particularly with his hands. He'll generally operate in and around that cover region, sometimes in at mid-wicket as well, but he'll put himself into the hot spots, and the hot spots for a left-arm spinner tend to be that close extra cover area.
Ayan bowling a very, very tight line. The very, very interesting young cricketer, Ayan Khan, hails from Madhya Pradesh in India. Has had a few misses with his bat, but then compensates really well with the ball and in the outfield as well.
He's another one of the all-round options that Oman possess. I think his game will naturally tend to be more suited to the 50-over version. That's where he's had the initial success in the red of Oman, but trying to show his skills here in the shorter format.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a very good delivery coming in from Ayan. Got that little extra bounce. A dot ball there. Just 1 run in this over so far. 5 deliveries, just 1. That's a very, very good over coming in from Ayan Khan. Last delivery. That will be a single, and that'll be the end of the over. 8 overs gone. It's 39 for 2.
Good tight stuff from Oman is bringing them right back into the game here. You might have felt at the halfway stage of this match 1 of the Quadrangular series that Oman were under par, but they know these conditions so well. And certainly there'll be some nerves from the new captain, Sandeep Lamichhane of Nepal, on the sidelines. The reason for those nerves, his side are just getting behind the game right now.
That's right. They waited for the power play overs. They brought in the spinners. Zeeshan Maqsood definitely knows how to make the best of the conditions. Stepping down, low full toss, and this time the fielder won't be able to stop it. That's a boundary.
Will break the shackles. Second boundary for Dipendra Singh Aaree. The first one a powerful cut shot. This time he uses his feet, quick to the pitch of the ball. Very good against spinners, Airee, and gets it straight enough to beat the long on fielder. That's more like it for Nepal.
You're right. You have to take your chances. And now that you've taken the first boundary of the first ball, the pressure is on the bowler. So the batters can relax, look for the loose deliveries. If not, get your singles in places.
And every run's being cheered by the Nepal fans. Malla looks for the sweep this time. Should pick up at least a couple, as there's no man at the 45 position. So big Kali Mullah is going to have a lot of work to do. Look at how quick Dipendra Singh Airee is. He's almost lapped his former captain there. He was always getting back for three. He wants a fourth. Does Dipendra Singh Airee. Comfortable three. Good running.
Well, Maqsood is not happy. He definitely did not expect that throw to go absolutely away from the wicketkeeper. And wicketkeeper there also not really having any control on that ball. There could have been an overthrow. Zeeshan Maqsood coming through.
We've spoken about how critical the miss and the absence of Aqib Ilyas is for Oman, but also for Nepal. Missing Sampal Kami, not here through injury. Lots of different options they have. A 17-man squad that they have here. But he's a massive miss for them. Again, another all-rounder.
Then how good you make of your team without those key players is what we'll have to wait and watch. Meanwhile, this time, there's a chance. The ball was in the air for quite some time. Didn't really get the meat of the ball. 9 overs gone. It's 49 for 2 for Nepal.
So approaching the halfway stage of the chase, and the game finally in the balance. 87 more to win from the remaining 66 deliveries. That required run rate still underneath 8, 7.9 to win. And critically for Nepal, they've got those wickets in hand, 8 wickets in hand, and going to be potentially a big debut for the youngster Bibek Yadav. It'll be interesting to see if we see him at number 5 or maybe number 6. And that's great to see, isn't it? Coming right into the gather. Malla makes his intentions known a little too early, looked for the switch hit, and Ayan Khan's entitled to pull out.
Smart cricket all over. Again, singles. These singles won't hurt Oman.
Dipendra Singh Airee is a coach's dream. That's what he is. I'm not sure if you saw it, probably just off your screen there. Even though that's a regulation one, he's sprinted the single, he's looking for the second. Not sure why Ayan Khan's pulled out this time, but he's just exactly the kind of cricketer you want to take and mould. So enthusiastic.
Well, yes, that's what they teach in the cricketing manual. Run your first hard, look for the second, always be looking. Goes for the first quick, and that's all it's going to be.
He's a young cricketer who's added power to his game as well. We haven't really seen it on display yet, but we saw it in a big way in the tri-series between Nepal, Netherlands and Malaysia in Kathmandu just less than a year ago. You need to have that power hitting game in the modern T20 format. The way the game is, you have to have your 4 and 6 options.
You're absolutely right. How quickly you're able to convert those singles and doubles into those big shots. And this time, slashed it hard. Will that race away? Yes, it does. Boundary.
That's his favourite shot, the cut shot of Aaree. It's trademark Dipendra Singh Airee. It's been a long time since he's been in the colours of Nepal, but he's making up for lost time. A really good stroke. He moves into the 20s, the finest of his innings so far.
Well, it's not one of those technically clean shots. Played it way away from his body. The leg wasn't, the front foot was nowhere close to the ball. But then that's how he plays. As long as he's getting those runs. Again in the gap. Again there's a race. There's a chase. And this time it'll be cut off.
Nicely worked into the offside. A couple more. And just starting to get the game edging back towards Nepal's favour. Good over this one. Boundary followed up by a double, and Dipendra Singh Airee might look to close out the halfway stage of this chase by picking up one more boundary. Let's see.
9 runs from this over. It's an expensive Ayan Khan over. One last delivery. Ayan comes in. Slightly short. Width on offer. A dive. Definitely stop the ball from going. And will be a single. And that will be the end of it. 10 overs gone. It's 59 for 2. look at the batting card. Pradeep, Aaree and Aasif Sheikh opened. Couldn't do much for their team. Meanwhile, Gyanendra, Malla and Dipendra, Aaree, a good partnership brewing, and there'll be a change in the partnership in the commentary box. It's going to be Shoaib and Mikhail.
Thank you, Neil. Yes. Game is in the balance as of now. 10 overs gone, 10 more to go. 59 for 2 is the score. Five bowlers have been used so far. They need wickets. They got 2 wickets in that Kalimullah over, but other than that, there has been a small partnership brewing between these two batters. And talking about partnerships, I've got my partner in the comm box. Mikhail, welcome.
Good afternoon, Shoaib. Just like the way Nepal has counter-attacked soon after they lost 2 wickets. Mohammad Nadeem, a senior statesman, 24 wickets for him, an economy of 6.97. Again, just taking the pace off it. They steal a quick single shy of the stump. That could be close. Had that been a direct hit, it could have been a very close call. Just felt Aaree was a little slow on getting back into the crease. That was a very good fielding effort. Played with soft hands. Rocket throw. Oh, he was gone. Very lucky.
Ayan is very quick in that point area. He's quick, he's agile, and he's got a very fierce throw. We had a stump hitting competition. Direct hit. He's got more than anyone else. Ayan Khan, brilliant fielder. But this is a good partnership, Mikhail. I think they have tried to rebuild this run chase for Nepal, Gyanendra and Dipendra. And if they get their way, they would want to continue and take it till the end.
Yes, Shoaib. What I've liked, the way they've complemented each other. Dipendra has been the more aggressive batsman. Gyanendra has just absorbed pressure and ensured he keeps his wicket intact as well. 13 in 15, 26 in 23. 2 contrasting innings.
That's a good ball. Wanted to heave it on the onside. Dipendra, again, you're right about that approach from Dipendra. He wants to take the aggressive route. Look at that intent to go for a big hit. But that was a good ball. Realized it pretty early, Nadeem, that he is going to use his feet and bowled it right up in the Yorker length delivery, and Dipendra had no answers to that.
And it's not a bad approach at all by Dipendra. The idea is to get closer to the target. It's a low-scoring game, remember. 8 wickets in hand at the moment. I'd want to feel Nepal cricket. Nepal batsmen are ahead.
Slow delivery, and that's his strong zone. Dipendra, he cuts it hard. He's got a few boundaries already in that area. So now as a bowler, Nadeem should try and avoid bowling in those areas. Maybe try bowling him on the middle and leg. Test his on-side batting skills. That's what you would want to do as a bowler.
Now, Mohammad Nadeem has a similar role to what Abinash Bohara had for Nepal when they were bowling. Just come in with those gentle medium pacers. But Bohara got it right underneath the bat, and that's why the line and length for Nadeem here will be key.
This time Fuller, big heave, but the impact. Oh, that's a run out. That's a suicidal run. He had no idea where the ball was, and Ayan, showing some presence of mind there, did not go for the direct hit. Decided to run with the ball and crash it in the stumps. What a soft dismissal this is, but a vital breakthrough at a very important time in the game.
A brain fade moment here for Gyanendra Malla. He was not aware of where the ball had gone, but by the time he realized it, it's Ayan Khan so quick on the ball, and the presence of mind over there. Instead of actually releasing it, he went with it and ensured he had his man as well. This is a big wicket here for Oman, and I must say that Gyanendra Malla will be dejected and disappointed. He's gone for 13 and 16. It's 62 for 3 in the 11th over. Aarif, Sheikh, the new man in. There's a lot of batting here for Nepal. But can they absorb the pressure and chase down this target? Remember, sometimes low-scoring games end up as thrillers as well, more often than not. 209 runs for him. Strike rate can get better. Young side, exciting side, Nepal at the moment. What they need is a good win in the precursor to the qualifiers.
Starts off well against the new batter, Aarif. Nadeem has been very economical and has been very disciplined as well. 11 overs gone. Nepal are in some trouble. 62 for 3. Eleven overs gone, 62 for 3 Nepal, and you can see some Nepali fans coming out to enjoy the game of cricket. It's a good weather in Oman, in Muscat. Perfect playing conditions, just that gentle breeze blowing across the Oman Cricket Academy, and that will give a lot of assistance to this man, Khawar Ali, a leg break bowler, likes to drift the ball a lot, and his 4 overs will be crucial here for Oman.
Driven down the ground towards covers for a single. Dipendra has played some delightful shots in the middle. I've just liked his approach, just like the way he's approached his chase as well. And he's constructing it at the moment. And he'll need Aarif at the other end for company. Khawar Ali, very experienced, in form as well.
That was a flighted delivery, nice ball. Completely beaten Aarif. Yes, Khawar is their go-to bowler when it comes to taking wickets, Mikhail. Man with the golden arm. Helped Oman tie that last one-day international against UAE. Defended 9 runs in that last over, if I'm not mistaken.
Very good single here. Aarif is off the mark as well, and that's what he should be doing. Give strike to his more accomplished partner. I like the running of Dipendra as well. He's always on the lookout for runs. Busy cricketer.
Just a tad bit short. This time testing Dipendra on the onside, Khawar. What I like about Nepal and the approach so far is that they don't look hassled yet. They know what they're doing. They feel that the game is in their grasp. And that is the right approach to have, especially if you can build some small partnerships. You will have your chances in the death overs.
You can see a sense of aggression here. They're always on the lookout for runs. But what they need right now is a good partnership. All of a sudden, the body language of the Omani cricketers as well has changed after that run out. You can see that they've just lifted their game in the middle.
Oh yes, that does happen a lot, especially in cricket, in T20 cricket. One dismissal, one good catch, one good run out can help you build momentum in your favour. And that is exactly what is happening here for Oman.
Another single to round off a very good first over by Khawar. Only 4 runs coming off it, 12 gone. It's 66 for 3.
So just a little hassled dugout of Nepal, and so are the fans. Not sure where this game is going for them, but they need to score runs and they need to get that odd boundary in order to release some pressure. 12 overs gone, 66 for 3. Dipendra is on 29 of 27. And the new bowler is Nadeem, who will continue from the far end. Oh, that's a good effort. Definitely saved a single. And every run saved here is going to be like gold dust for Oman.
Oh yes, Mohammad Nadeem will be playing a very crucial role in this middle overs, let me tell you. Take a look at that effort once again. That's commitment. That's a lot of effort. Remember, he was batting. He got injured as well. He slipped at the return crease. He got hit as well. He was down on the ground. Was assisted by the physio. But Nadeem is back bowling and bowling quick as well. Pulls it this time. And it goes into the vacant area for a 4. Much needed boundary. This time it's Aarif who finds a 4 for his side. And this is good cricket.
Yes, this is good cricket, and I say that because he waited for that loose delivery. He knew that there is an opportunity, played it in the gap, Aarif, and has got 4 runs. So that will definitely release some pressure of the Nepali batters in this run chase. And the key was the gap. There is a big gap between that short fine leg fielder and the square leg. Made full use, Aarif. Well done. So 12.2 overs, Nepal reached that 70-run mark. 3 wickets already fallen for Nepal. Nadeem needs to get his line right. You don't need to try a lot of things. I think Nadeem is looking for wickets, and that's why he tried that slower delivery. Did not bowl it where it was supposed to be bowled and got punished for that.
This time too close to cut. Rush of blood there for Aarif. He needs to take it easy. He has Dipendra at the other end who's been cutting and cutting away in style. Another small little partnership brewing. 70 for 3, Shoaib. Nepal don't need to do anything silly. A good partnership, a run-a-ball partnership, and they'll be home. But this time much better delivery by Nadeem.
Oh yes, this is much better. This is what his strength is. And you need to be bowling on your strength. Sometimes not doing anything is doing something. You are bowling a good line and length. You need to continue, persist with that. And the wickets will come your way.
Much better. Sensible cricket. Play to the merit of the ball. Rotate the strike. Find the odd boundary. Inch closer towards your target. And have a good hot water shower bath after a victory.
Oh yes, that will be well deserved. But right now, Dipendra and Aarif have their work cut out. They need to stay there till the end. And if they can manage to do that, the runs will come.
Nadeem has so far been economical, should I say. Much better delivery, taking the pace off it, and they've played it towards short mid-wicket. They'll be looking for the second. This is wonderful running. This is great presence of mind, and must give full credit to Dipendra. For most part of the game, you think he'll be relying on the boundaries, but just nudged it towards short mid-wicket and stole 2 runs.
Well, this is how well matured Dipendra is. He's not only relying on his big shots, but he's also running hard between the wickets. And that is stealing runs right from the nose, under the nose of the fielders. He saw that there is an opportunity, there's a big gap, and made full use of it. So, overall, good cricket from Dipendra. 12.5 overs, Nepal, 73 for 3. One more ball to go. I think Oman are happy right now not to give away boundaries and give away singles. I think that's a little defensive from Oman.
Playing it straight down the ground for another single. Another very, very fine batting effort here shown by Dipendra. 8 runs coming off the 13th over. It's 74 for 3.
Well, 13 overs gone. They need another 62 runs of 42 balls. So run a ball is not going to help Nepal right now. What they need is boundaries in every over. Meanwhile, Hawar Ali continues and gives away a single.
Oh yes, cover is keeping things tight. At the moment, the asking rate will keep increasing. A lot of support here for the Nepal cricket team. The match is happening at the Oman Cricket Academy. Once again, nicely played towards mid-wicket. Very difficult to say at this stage who's in front, but I always want to believe with 7 wickets in hand, the batting side, the chasing side will fancy their chances.
Oh yes, they should. They definitely should feel that they have the game in their control. But it's not going to be easy for new batters to come out and score runs. Meanwhile, another good-looking shot, but straight into the hands of the fielder there, Ayan, who I think missed the side of the ball for a second. Did not know where the ball is. But they'll take a run nevertheless. So 77 inching towards victory. Nepal, yet a long way to go.
Oh yes, a long way to go. Good effort in the end. He may have lost his footing, but he recovered well and kept it to a single there. Ayan Khan, another dynamic youngster from Oman cricket. Tossed up delivery, played through the extra cover region. Kalimullah will keep it to 2. So the runs are coming right now in singles and doubles. It's the big hits that are missing. Nevertheless, a nice partnership as well brewing between these two. Nepal in pursuit of 136. This match clearly has the makings of a thriller.
Oh yes, low-scoring games are always thrillers. You rarely see them being one-sided. And with Oman, even rarely so.
Once again, nicely played towards covers. Another single. Just saw some time back Kalimullah warming up at the long-off region. Just get the impression they might bring him into the attack to break this partnership. Remember, if Oman have to just take control of proceedings, they need to get wickets.
Yes, last ball of the over, and then we'll see what options we have in terms of bowlers for Oman that we might see bowling in the death. And that last ball again has been drilled, but there is protection in the deep, so we'll just keep it for a single. 14 overs gone. Nepal are 81 for 3. Right, so look at these bowling options. 6 bowlers have been used so far. Only Kalimullah, the man who's been successful. Of course, you can expect Bilal to bowl 2 out of the remaining 6. Kalimullah 1. Nadeem has 1 as well. And we might see Khavar bowling the other 2.
Oh yes, it'll be interesting to see how Nepal approaches this chase from here on. This Kalimullah, they'll not want to take any risk against, but there are a few spinners against whom they'd want to take their chances. The depth of Oman's bowling now will be tested in the last 6 overs, particularly when you have a batsman like Dipendra Singh Aarif, who's middling it so well.
Yes, I think the bowlers that will be used from here on, 2 overs for Kalimullah, 1 over for Bilal. In fact, 2 overs for Bilal, 1 over for Kalimullah. That makes it 3. 2 overs of Khavar Ali, that makes it 5. And Mohammad Nadeem has 1 over. So they'll need to target plan according to the bowlers. Meanwhile, that one is way outside off and will go all the way. Loose delivery from Kalimullah and has been rightly punished by Dipendra. He's looking in great form and he's the man who could take Nepal home.
Oh yes, you cannot bowl it to him. You cannot bowl it short and wide because that's actually feeding him. He's looked so good in that region and once again capitalizing, going on his toes and then getting on top of the ball and playing it. What a shot. Cutaway in style. I've just liked the way he's batted this evening. 39 and 33. He wants to finish it for his team and go back to the dugout. Very impressive. Chanceless innings so far and in control as well.
This time he goes for the slower delivery and has been played in the gap. Chase for the fielder at mid-wicket. Khurram Khan will stop that, or was it Zeeshan? Zeeshan, the skipper. But again, Kalimullah just trying a lot of different things. First, that short and wide outside off. And the other one, a slower delivery, which is not in the right area.
Oh yes, enough time for Dipendra to go onto his back foot and play it towards the mid-wicket region. You just feel now he's dictating terms in the middle. He can see the ball well.
Oh, nicely pulled, nicely hit, but straight to the fielder. And that's Kashyap Prajapati. Saved a certain boundary because that was hit hard, Mikhail.
Oh yes, and Kalimullah in his second spell has looked a little off colour in his first 3 deliveries. Once again, getting on top of the ball this time, batting deep in his crease, Dipendra. He's using it well, and a very nice fielding effort as well there by Prajapati, Kashyap. I'm telling you what, pressure all around. The batting side, the dugout, the fielding side, the bowler.
And in the com box.
Little, yes.
Goes for the Yorker, slices it well. Aarif this time joins the party. Kalimullah has no idea what he needs to do. And this time, Aarif places it in the gap and gets 4 runs.
Oh yes, that was deliberate. Third man was up. He opened it and played in the gap. Presence of mind once again. You've got to make use of such situations. And you've got to take advantage of the loose deliveries. This partnership between Aarif and Dipendra looks threatening as far as Oman is concerned, but comforting for the players in the dugout. They are scripting a wonderful story in the middle, both these youngsters.
Pressure on Kalimullah, who's been expensive in this over. 11 runs already. 2 more deliveries to go. Again, short and wide, played up and over. The third man fielder this time. And it goes for another 4. Aarif is absolutely having a gala of a time out there in the middle. Nepal are cruising at the moment.
Just when you thought that they'll be a little tentative against the most informed bowler, they have taken 3 fours out of him and accounted for 14 runs in his first 5 deliveries. This is a phenomenal counter-attack here by Aarif, who came in, was watchful, but has raced to 19 in 14, and in the process now has taken Nepal close to the 100-run mark as well.
Oh yes, this is the game-changing over. That momentum we all talk about has definitely shifted in favour of Nepal. Thanks to some good batting from these 2 batters, Aarif and Dipendra. 15 runs already in this Kalimullah over. And 1 more ball yet to go. Look at that field placement. There's a deep point. The third man fielder is inside the circle. The fine leg fielder is inside the circle. A square leg in place. And then 4 fielders guiding the boundary in front.
Takes it on the full. Plays it towards long off for another single. What an over this has been for Nepal. They've accounted for 15 runs in the 15th over. And they move to 97 for 3. Change in the com box to take you through the next 5 exciting overs. It's going to be Pranav Mehta and Neil Oja.
Welcome, Neil. What do you think? Nepal in control?
Oh, well, absolutely. 136 target. And you need less than 40 runs to win in the next 5. Very, very comfortable position there. Oman, if they don't pick up a wicket right now, right here, they'll be looking down the barrel. Sweeping this time. And look at that. The way they run for the first, they're always looking for the second. Always looking for the second.
If there is a man to pick up a wicket here, it has to be Khawar, an attacking leg spinner for Oman.
That's right. Khawar knows a thing or two about picking wickets. But this time, bowled it short and wide. Gave a single. That's not how you're going to pick wickets, Khawar.
Oman does bank on the couple of overs of Bilal Khan. They would surely feel that, if they can keep the things tight and give... What a shot is that over covers. Surely an easy couple. Jatinder Singh covering it up.
Now that could have been, or should have been, probably that opportunity that could have given them that wicket, but not to be so. Kaur Ali creating chances. I love the way, the intent that these two batters are showing. Aarif and Dipendra both. Dipendra 43 of 36, inching closer towards his half century. Aarif 24 of 18. Great support on display.
They were surely in a little bit of trouble after that run out. What a second run is that? Slight misfield by Jatinder Singh at deep point. Love the way these two run between the wickets.
Oh, well, absolutely. The first one they run is with the intent of going for the second. And the little fumble, and look at that. He's completed that second oh so comfortably, Dipendra.
Oman cannot be believing that they have lost control of this game.
Played straight to the fielder, stole a single. I would say stole a single. This is not singles that you get to take. These singles, you literally steal. 16 gone, it's 105 for 3.
Love the way the audience is enjoying this lovely match between Oman and UAE from the Oman Cricket Academy.
That's right. It's a Wolf 777 Oman T20 series powered by Sky247.net. 4 nations locking horns. Oman, Nepal, Ireland and UAE. Which team will be sitting right at the top of the table? We'll have to wait and watch. But then this is the first game, an extremely exciting game. Bilal Khan now comes into attack. 38 matches, 56 wickets for him. And all he needs to do is pick a couple of wickets right now.
He should get a little bit of reverse swing. Tuck down the leg side for a single. A comfortable single. The Nepali batsmen would be aware that the only way Oman can make a comeback into this game is by picking up wickets, and they would be looking at Bilal Khan for doing the same. They have to keep it simple, play Bilal Khan out, and they would be home comfortably.
But then you've got 4 overs to play. Bilal Khan is going to bowl 2 of those. So you can't really play him out. You have to score off him as well. You will have to take your chances. Meanwhile, a single, even if you get those 6 singles in place, you still are pretty much in the game.
Definitely, Neil. Just need to hang in there. 47 of 39, Dipendra. What an innings has he played for Nepal. Absolutely in control of everything that is happening in the middle. Bilal Khan firing it in. He's getting that late movement away from the batsman. That is what reverse swing is all about, you know. He's angling it in and the late movement away. The best part about Dipendra is that he's on 47 of 40 and he has all the idea about Bilal Khan.
Well, yes, also, we don't see any pressure whatsoever on Dipendra that he's reaching a milestone. And if he were to just complete his 50, I'm sure that his aggression will go many folds. So I don't see no reason why Dipendra Singh should be worried about playing Bilal. Meanwhile, straight to the fielder there. What Bilal is doing is bowling those Yorkers wide away from the stumps, not giving Dipendra any opportunity to free his arms.
Remember, Neil, Bilal knows to reverse it in as well. If he can get one of those sharp in-swinging Yorkers, what we see Wasim Akram doing on the YouTube, definitely Dipendra will have to put in some effort.
Well, yes, I like that reference that you gave. Wasim Akram doing it on YouTube because That's where you'll get to watch him these days. The old matches, from the archives, the days that we used to watch cricket, follow the legends. The youngsters today probably would be looking at a more contemporary bowlers, but then Wasim Akram, the legendary Wasim Akram.
We did get a chance to see him here live in Oman during the Celebrity Cricket League. Meanwhile, Bilal Khan has bowled 3 dot balls. 29 of 3 if he can manage to get one more dot ball here. And he gets a wicket. What a wicket! Oh, not so much. A big celebration from Bilal Khan and the wicketkeeper. Turned it down by Rahul Ashar.
Well, yes, definitely gave that impression that the ball got that faint outside edge. Wicketkeeper Naseem was extremely ecstatic, but not to be so. End of the 17th, it's 107 for 3. (107 for 3 after 17. 29 required of 18. Very much in the pocket for Nepal, unless Oman picks up a wicket or two. And they need to pick up both these wickets, to be very, very honest. Aarif and Dipendra. The dugout there looks worried. Dulip Mendes, their head coach of Oman, has been a part of the system for the last 10 years odd.
He's made a lot of difference to this cricket in Oman. That could be a wicket here. Khurram under it and comfortably takes a big, big wicket. Aarif was looking very comfortable in supporting Dipendra to finish this game off. And there is a wicket for Khawar. How much of a difference would this make?
Big wicket. Very big wicket. We spoke about Khawar Ali, how capable he is in picking wickets, and that's what he does. Invites the batter to go hoik him, and there's a fielder standing right for that shot, and that's a beautiful, simple catch. A classic display of how to get underneath the ball and take the catch. Aarif Sheikh, 25 of 20, caught Khurram, bowled Khawar, and that could be the big change. This could be the moment where the game might just starts shaping away in favor of Oman. But then, mind you, Dipendra Singh is still around. He is in his late 40s. There's a very big opportunity for him to score a 50 and get his side to the victory table.
Let's not forget Neil. The next over is going to be bowled by Bilal Khan. He has been holding the mantle for Oman for the last almost a decade. Sharad Vesawkar, he's been a part of the Nepal team for a very, very long time. I've played some junior cricket with him, the under-17s.
Went to reverse sweep this time. Dipendra. A dot ball. Now, I don't understand this. When you've scored so many runs, when you have got your runs in place, there is no need whatsoever to try and be cheeky there. Dipendra, 47 or 44. All he needed to do was play it straight, play it in the gap. There's a very big gap at covers. Now that's been plugged. Now that has been plugged. We saw that.
The pressure of the scoreboard. This is probably the 4th or 5th consecutive dot ball for Dipendra.
Wide in the gap. Went straight to the fielder at deep extra cover. You get a single. Khawar is bowling to the field. This is beautiful bowling on display for any youngster who wants to learn how to set a field and bowl to the field as a spinner. This is what it is. Khawar Ali. Meanwhile, Sharad Vesawkar, 17 matches, 310 runs. A single.
A single of the inside edge to fine leg. What a ball was that from Khawar. He knew that is the long boundary. And if the batsman did not middle it, he will always stand a chance. And yes, did he. That important wicket. bringing Oman back into this competition. A reverse sweep over point for a boundary. How important is this boundary? That should complete the 50 for Dipendra as well. Applauses from the entire Nepali cricket team. How important is this 50 in the contest of the game?
Well, more than anything else, it'll give a lot of confidence to Dipendra. Scoring a half century in a chase is always important. Now this time he steps down right under the commentary box, maximum. What a good looking shot. We spoke about this a while back. He completes his half century and he will completely go hammer and tongs, and that's exactly what we've seen.
What a shot was that from the informed batsman for Nepal, Dipendra. Coming down the track, hitting it all the way straight down the ground. The safest place to hit the cricketing ball for a maximum. At the end of 18, it is 119 for 4.
"17 required of 12, last 2 overs. How expensive were the last 2 deliveries? A boundary and a 6 coming in. If those were 2 dot balls, we would be looking at 27 of 12. That would have been a different equation altogether. But not to be so. Bilal, a lot of responsibilities. They say that 19th is bowled by the one who is your main bowler, your spearhead. Bilal will have to work double as hard to ensure that not just the runs go through, but also try and pick up this big wicket. Dipendra saying.
Neil, Bilal is one of the better bowlers in the associates. Highly respected. He's known for his yorkers, reverse swing. Bowls very sharp lines in the death. Should be looking for a wicket here, especially of that of Dipendra, if Oman wants to pull this game back.
Yorker and delivery, well dug out, back to the bowler. Bilal giving him that little stare. Dipendra smiling. This is good cricket overall, I tell you. Great ball. Fantastic approach from the bowler and from the batter. Right on the money.
This is what Bilal is known for. He keeps it very simple. He has a sharp, slower one as well. He would be aware that Dipendra will be looking for that paddle.
A low full toss there. Is it going all the way? Yes, it is. A boundary.
What a shot is that from Dipendra. He's the man in form for Nepal. He's converted that yorker into a low full toss through the cover region. What a shot is that. Converts a low full toss into a boundary. That's one of those balls which a bowler is looking for a dot ball.
Well, yes, yorker is a difficult ball to bowl. You miss the length. It either becomes a juicy half volley or a fantastic low full toss. Dipendra, what a knock. 62 of 49. Such knocks form the building blocks of a long career. Full toss yet again, and this time there'll be Khurram who'll field it. A single nonetheless. He's trying the yorkers, missing the length and converted automatically to full tosses.
Bilal has to be looking for a couple of dot balls here. 6 of 11 is what Oman would be looking at if they can get a couple of dot balls here.
Well, more than a couple of dot balls, you'd be looking at a couple of wickets here. They would still be dot balls.
How much would Oman love that?
Up in the air, chance! Kalimullah If there was any man on this ground who could have stretched his arms out and taken that catch, it would have been Kalimullah. He's 6 feet 27 inches tall. And he could have taken that catch. His arm stretch is at least 13 meters wide. Look at that. Oh, there was a chance. He got his hands. But we completely misjudged it. Unlucky there for Oman. Unlucky there for Bilal. But I tell you, Nepal, they say fortune favors the brave. And that's a complete and classic example of that.
All the hard work in vain. He covered all those hard yards. Bilal Khan is down. At the end of 19 overs, it is 127 for 4.
All right, last 6 deliveries to go. Nepal required 9 to win this game. The dugout is trying to control that excitement. You could see it on their faces. They're excited. They know 9 in modern day cricket is doable any day of the week. That's doable. Naseem is going to bowl the last over. Now that's a challenge. Naseem, he has the responsibility not just to bowl the last over, but to defend 9 runs.
I would have really looked at a spinner to bowl the last over. The boundaries are fairly long. And there is a slight bit of turn in the wicket as well. The spinner would have stood a better chance probably if one of the balls could have been miscued and they could pick up a wicket. Nonetheless, it is Nadeem Balli to bowl the last over for Oman.
That's right, 3 overs, 19 for him. A quick check at the field. There's a square leg fielder inside, at the boundary, beg your pardon. Short fine leg, pretty square. There is a third man who's coming in. There's a gully. And then deep extra cover. Mid off. Beg your pardon, in fact, that's extra cover. Scooped it. And this one is racing towards the fence. There's no one who can stop that. First ball, boundary.
What a shot is that from Dipendra. Another wonderful delivery converted into a boundary. That was a block hole yorker. Opens the face through the point region. And 4 valuable runs.
Well, yes, sir. That boundary would mean that there is a deep point fielder being sent back. There is... And the square leg fielder comes in. There you go. There's a deep point and a deep extra cover. A sweeper cover rather. Will he bowl the outside off stump line now? Slow ball, short ball, and this time mid-wicket. They're going for the second. There's a chance. But a poor throw there. It should have gone to the wicket keeper. Should have gone to the wicket keeper. 2 runs now. Nepal require a mere 3 runs or 4 deliveries to win this game.
A mere formality for the Nepal team as of now. But cricket is a funny game, Neil. Weird things happen, especially in this T20 format.
That's right. I really couldn't understand why he bowled that short, slow delivery. Especially when you pulled your square leg fielder inside. There is a deep mid-wicket, yes. But since it's slower, the batter has enough time to play it towards the mid-wicket region and scramble away for 2. And that's exactly what happened. Is that a boundary? That is it. And Nepal win this game. The first game of the Quadrangular series. The first game of Wolf 777 presents Oman T20 series. Powered by Sky247.net has been won comfortably by Nepal. Oman, the host, will be number 2 today. But look at that. That's a happy looking dugout. And why not? Crowd support right there. And Nepal has delivered.
What a shot was that from Dipendra. That shot summarized his entire innings. The man in form, right from the middle, coming down the track, cruising it through the cover region for a comfortable boundary to win the game for Nepal. What a knock has that been from Dipendra. Handshakes all around. Sharad Vesawkar with Dipendra, completing the innings for Nepal comfortably. 3 balls to spare and 6 wickets in hand. An easy win for Nepal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. From the very beginning, if you look at it from the first innings itself, they put Oman on the back foot. And from there on, Oman always looked about 15 odd runs short. 15 runs to this total, and this would have been a good contest. As far as Nepal's batting is concerned, I would say absolutely clinical from Dipendra. The way he started, the way he ended, everything about that knock was perfect. The crowd supported him well. For every shot that he played, there were claps, there were cheers, and Sandeep Lamichhane, as a skipper, gets the first game as a victory. It's a beautiful gift by the players to the captain, isn't it?
Definitely, Neil. The way, look at that last shot. Beautifully cruised through the cover region for a boundary. The fielder on the long off fence had no chance whatsoever to cut that off. Very impressive captaincy by Sandeep Lamichhane. Kept us calm, cool. The field was controlled, very organized. Just disappointed that he did not complete his quota there.
Well, yes, as a captain, you have this little dilemma that should you be bowling all 4 of your overs and then be called that, oh, is he a selfish captain because he ended up bowling his full quota, or not bowl his full 4 overs quota and then probably be spoken by the commentators like this, that, oh, he didn't bowl his full quota.
A two-edged sword, surely. But with the experience which he carries, Sandeep Lamichhane, and the way he was bowling today, has to be bowling his 4 over quota. That's the highlight. A lot of shots being played initially by the Nepali openers. Kalimullah taking that important wicket, important couple of wickets back to back, bringing Oman back into the game. Then it was Nadeem Balli being attacked in the power play. Ayan Khan bowled fairly tight, but leaked a couple of boundaries towards the end of his spell. This is one of the brilliant piece of fieldings from Ayan Khan. Disappointed that the batsman did not dive there. Lovely, lovely flurry of shots from Dipendra all around, especially in the cut region. The way he plays through the point gully region is brilliant. Always has a boundary there. Oman trying their level hard, but Nepal almost completes that win in that Kalimullah over. Khabar Ali brings that late flurry of wickets, and then it is up to Dipendra and Sharad to close the match with a few boundaries from very good deliveries. This was a beautiful shot of a Yorker.
That's right, the way he played was absolutely amplified with every single shot that he played, and that was the finishing shot. The ball racing away towards the fence and giving Nepal those 2 points. Nepal's batting card there, Pradeep Airee, 4 runs of 14, Aasif Sheikh, 14 of 11, Gyanendra Malla, 13 of 16, and after that, look at that man, Dipendra Singh Airee. Stayed not out on 73 of 53. Scored more than half of the runs of the total required. He was given very good company by Aarif Sheikh in the middle, who scored 25 of 20. And Sharad came in at the bottom, got those 4 runs and supported his partner really well to ensure that Nepal win this game comfortably.
For Oman, it was Bilal Khan, 4 overs, 25, no wickets. Kalimullah, 4 overs, 24 for 2. Nadeem Balli, 3.3, slightly expensive with 29 runs. Zeeshan, Maqsood, captain, 2 overs, 14. Ayan Khan, 2 overs, 12. Khabar Ali 4 overs 31 for 1, that important wicket at the end. But at the end, would like to see spinners bowling a lot more for Oman.
So this is what the match looks like. Wolf 777 News present Oman T20 International Series powered by Sky247.net. The first game, Oman versus Nepal. Oman being put to bat first, scored 135 of 6 on the back of Zeeshan. Maqsood's 43 of 41. Nadeem supported him well with 31 of 30. But then it was Abinash Bohara in the first innings picking up 3 crucial wickets, just giving 26. when Nepal came into bat, it never looked difficult for them. Dipendra, Aarif, what a knock this man played today. Absolute pleasure to watch him bat. 73 not out of 53. Aarif Sheikh, 25 of 20. Kalimullah did pick up 2 wickets in that over, but they were too little, too less. Nepal winning this game by 6 wickets. What we'll do is we'll take a quick short break and then come back with the presentation. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Wolf 777 News presents Oman T20 series powered by Sky247.net. 11th Feb to 14th Feb. This is one of the days that you get action-packed cricket. Cricket Ireland, UAE, Oman and Nepal. These are the 4 teams that lock horns in this series. And today was the first game of the same. It was Nepal versus the host nation Oman playing this fantastic...
Hello, mic check. Hello, हाँ जी ठीक है hello
margin of 6 wickets. Now this is where we think that
चला गया चेक कर ले कि बैट वाला